So I've been working on something quite hard recently, and I want to take this opportunity to give you a world exclusive reveal on something.
How about that? You guys ready for that?
Can we switch the video over? All right. We got our sound pumped up. We good to go?
Let's see.
All right. This is I got my colleague James running a live demo. Hit it, James. This is Strider, but this is not your old Strider. This is brand new Strider. Giant interconnected level map, non-linear gameplay. James, take us through. Implementing upgrades. So we're going to have him, James, going to grab the reflect upgrade. And this is going to power up his cipher so he'll be able to deflect enemy bullets back at them. All right, James, show him how it's done. There you go. So as you can see, as James is making his way through the level, he's unlocking new sections of the map, and he's going to be grabbing even more power-ups as he goes along here. There you go. We've got a dynamic camera system that pans in and out as necessary to get you up close to the action or to give you the best visibility. Here's an example of an optional power-up that you're going to find scattered throughout the map. Got some extra lights there. Traversal is back. You can climb on any surface, and of course, this is Strider. So this is another great new feature. So we got the reflect upgrade already. Now we're adding the explosive cipher upgrade. You actually power up your cipher to have different attributes. And you'll notice when he uses the directional key to switch, it actually changes the plasma scarf to yellow to indicate that he's got that explosive cipher out. So he'll be able to set enemies on fire, do more damage, and he'll also be able to use this to open fire gates. Here's the bot option. You all remember this? All right, show them how it works. There you go. Hit the bot option. Another example of the power-ups. You'll be able to engage it anytime you have sufficient energy. All right, switching back to the reflect cipher now. Take on these guys. having a charge attack upgrade, which will allow him to charge up the Cypher and give us powerful attack, and that's what he'll use to open up that familiar-looking charge door. Swing the Cypher as fast as you can push the button. We haven't changed that at all. Thank you very much for the demo, James. And we're going to switch over now to our presentation. So again, this is the world reveal of the new Strider. We wanted to give it to you, the fans, before anybody else. And I'd love to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit more about how we came about in making this game. So, brief history of Strider. I know you're all familiar with him, but this is, a beloved classic game, arcade game from 1989 that was then ported to the Genesis. That's where I played it first. That's where I bet a lot of you played it first. It's a beloved classic with an unprecedented level of environment traversal. It was one of the first games that you could climb on any surface and you could do anything you wanted. We went into our archives in Osaka and grabbed some old concept art here with some of the first drawings showing how Strider works. So. Threw those in here. So here's some artwork from the first Strider. And then for, here's some artwork for the second Strider, where that came out in 1999, so there's a 10-year gap between the first two games. And this Strider 2 and the entire Strider series is well known for that amazing character of Hiyu, who's, this future ninja who's got all these moves and this iconic cyber weapon, and also these amazing worlds. These very kind of out there, crazy worlds that are a hallmark of the series. And nothing would be complete, of course, in Strider without talking about the enemies, and just crazy enemies. You all remember the giant monkeys and dragons and everything. And this is just something that we really tried to bring back, of course, for this game as well, because it's such a part of the heritage of the Strider series to have these enemies. So, we really felt recently, we started work on this game, that the time is right for Strider Hiyu to make a return. As you all know, he's been a fan favorite Capcom character for years. He's shown up in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's been a part of the Capcom pantheon for a long time, even though his starring games have had quite a bit of gap between them. So the enthusiasm remains strong. He continues to be a fan favorite, and it's you, the fans, that really made this possible. We went on Capcom Unity, we went on the forums, we asked people, we gave questionnaires, we said, what character do you want to see back? What game do you want to see return? And Strider was always near the top of the list. And so, for us, that was just a great way to get this thing kicked off and get it started, and that's why we're showing it here at Comic-Con for the first time. In the concept of the game, one of the things that I came up with initially when I thought about how to bring Strider into the modern day is the old Strider games, both 1 and 2, were originally arcade games. They're 30-minute, 45-minute experiences. They're quarter munchers. How do we take that and make it relevant for a modern audience, for a game that's going to take hours to complete? A lot of the concepts came out of how to make that happen. And what we knew is we needed to keep the core fundamentals of Strider intact, but also expand those and blow those out to give people what they would expect. So the first thing that we knew we had to do was keep that fast and frenetic combat. I mean, I think you could tell from the demo that Strider moves incredibly fast, he's incredibly fluid. His attacks are lightning fast. He's able to jump, cartwheel jump, climb on surfaces, and slide and everything. The abilities you start out with at the beginning of this game are the abilities that you had in all the old games and more. So fast combat is the first important thing. Second thing is marrying that with nonlinear gameplay. So we wanted to go away from these sort of play a level, beat a boss rinse and repeat. And we wanted to go into a situation of you have this open map that you're unlocking as you go along. You saw when James got, for instance, the explosive cipher, that let him open new doors, that let him access new areas. So you're constantly building out this map and exploring new areas as you go throughout the game, and it's seamless from area to area. And so it really marries that high-speed action with the exploration nature and keeping it fast the entire time. And that was something that was very important for us. The new plasma attributes are, again, something we showed in the demo. We didn't want to give Hiryu new weapons because that cipher is so iconic, and that's part of his silhouette. His character would look different without that. But we wanted to expand his abilities. So we actually came up with a concept of changing attributes of these ciphers so that would do different types of damage, have different environmental effects. And the explosive cipher was one of those things that we showed there in the demo. And there are others, of course, that we'll be showing down the line. So I'd like to hand things over to James now to talk a little bit about how we actually got in and executed the details of Strider. James?
Thanks. They do a pretty good job at the demo. Okay. Yeah, so as Andrew said, one of the core components to Strider is, of course, realizing this Strider universe, in particular the iconic character of Strider Hiryu himself. There are certain aspects of the character, for example, his speed, agility, maneuverability, that define his character, and of course the other is the way that character looks. And here you see a modernization of the Strider character. This is based upon the way Strider Hiryu was represented in Strider 1 and Strider 2, as well as taking into the representations that were apparent in the Marvel vs. Capcom series, which some of our younger fans are probably more familiar with than our old school fans. One of the big changes that you can see here is, of course, the plasma scarf that you saw there in the demo, which we think is a really cool attribute that also serves as kind of an in-game UI for the type of plasma that you were using at the time. Here's some other concept art from the game. In the upper left-hand corner, you see the dragon that you saw at the end of the demonstration. Again, this is hinting back to the Ouroboros that you see in Strider 1, as well as the kind of Chinese-style dragon that made an appearance in Strider 2. So we were very cognizant to bring these iconic characters over to this new iteration of Strider. But we also wanted to maintain the themes, the main themes of the Strider universe, which is basically everything's based upon technology. Almost this kind of, we call it future analog sensibility. And so here we have this organic dragon, but it's all strapped inside of this metallic armor that Mayo's evil empire has used to transform it into a weapon of war. Down in the lower right-hand corner, again, you see a representation of this in the original Strider. As many of you may know, some of the more fodder-like characters are the Russian troopers who come at you, but this time they're robots, and we thought it was a little strange for a robot to wear a fur hat. They might like it, but it looks strange, so how do we make a fur hat into a metal hat? And I think we did a pretty good job there, so we were able to maintain the silhouette while also modernize the character. In the lower left-hand corner, you see concept art for more detailing what the actual world is supposed to look like, the feeling that we have. And then in the upper right-hand corner, we have concept art that actually informs us how the game world is going to be designed. So this area is actually represented in the demonstration that I just showed you, where I picked up the fire plasma unveiling. Okay, so as you know, you can't make a Capcom game without Capcom. So we were fortunate enough to, along with Andrew and myself, being the initial drivers of this project, to have a core team of both old and new blood Capcom staff. The old blood in particular has worked on many of the classic 2D side-scrolling games that you may know of, such as Super Ghouls and Ghosts and many of the other Disney games, as well as the artist that you see, the gentleman in the middle. You're right. On your right, he did all the character designs for Strider 2. He's also helped us with the majority of the character designs in this game as well as advised us with our partners. Sorry. So anyway, Japanese people are always very serious, except for when it comes to making games. Here you see them playing with some of the prototypes that we thought Hiryu would have this time around, so we decided that we'd stick with the Cypher instead. Okay, so we're working with Double Helix on this game. We're very fortunate to be working with them, first and foremost because they understand the franchise. They're extremely passionate about the Strider universe. What that does for us is that means that we don't need to approach the making of this game from a point where we have to discuss what is Strider. They already know what Strider is. And so we can hit the ground running right out of the gate. And what they did almost initially was show us a prototype of Hideo moving around, and it's almost exactly the way that we just showed you here, which really sold us on the deal. He moved exactly like we expected him to. He was fluid, fast, and a lot of that has to do, I think, Mark Florentino is somewhere out here. He's in the picture there. He's the main game designer, and he studies about 15 different types of martial arts. So that really helps nail the Strider Hideo character. I think he even studies the type of martial arts that Hideo studied. So that's future ninja arts. They're also very good at, being serious too. So here you see that, again, they share the same core sensibilities as the Capcom Japan staff. So I'm really fortunate to be working with them. Now we have a world premiere trailer for you. First people to see it, check it out.
We like to play too. Don't kill anybody.
All right, so as you see, we've got our Strider scarves on here. So what we'd like you to do is we'd like you to come down to our booth, and we'll have these available for you. We also have a photo opportunity where you can hold this bad boy. It's actually made out of metal. And put on the scarf and take your picture, which we'd like you to retweet and share with your friends, and then it'll give you a chance to perhaps win a copy of the game when it comes out.
Come on up.
Thank you very much for your time. I just wanted to say that we're extremely pleased to be able to announce this title to you, our Capcom fans. You're the first people in the world outside Capcom to ever see it, ever see the trailer. It will be available for you early next year on the Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam. Thank you very much.
Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time, and I'm talking through this scarf. But come on down to the Capcom booth, booth 215. We've got all kinds of cool stuff, photo ops. We've got the Capcom store, all the demos. I do want to thank you again, San Diego, Capcom Nation, for representing. It's a full room every time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the Comic-Con. We'll do it again next year. Thank you.